Hey guys, the other day I made a video about this double nice triangle. You could say it simultaneously has a perimeter of 69 and a perimeter of 420 at the same time. I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys how I created it. So first it starts out as an equilateral triangle. So I need this side to be an f of x and this side to be a g of x. The third side isn't going to matter, it's just going to be equal to whatever these are. I wanted f of x to be quadratic and I wanted g of x to be linear. In order to get a perimeter of 69, I knew each of the sides had to be 23, so I'm going to be working with a 23. And then in order to get the 420, I need each of the sides to be 140, so I'm also going to be working with the 140. I thought f of 0 would be the easiest thing to work with, and then f of 4 just sounded nice. We need to solve for three variables a, b, and c, but I only have two equations. So I need some third equation. I'm just going to assign a value for a. Now if I plug in 0 for x, it doesn't matter what a is. And if I plug in 4 for x, this will become 16. So a really convenient value for a would be 116, because when I plug that in for a, these are going to cancel to give me 1. Now let's scoot these over and make room for the equations. I'm going to plug in 0 for x and plug in 4 for x. We have equations over here, so we don't need these two things anymore. Anything times 0 squared goes away. Anything times 0 goes away. So we know c is equal to 23. So I'm going to plug in 23 for this c right here. 4 squared is equal to 16. This times this is 1, and this plus this is 24. Subtract 24 from both sides. This goes away, and this is 116. Scoot this over, divide both sides by 4. Left-hand side is just b, and the right-hand side is 29. Now we have the values for a, b, and c. Change the b to 29 and the c to 23, and this one is now done. Let's bring up g of x, and same idea. I want g of 0 to be 23 and g of 4 to be 140. Let's scoot them over, plug in 0 for x, plug in 4 for x. Now we have some equations to solve, so we don't need these anymore. M times 0 goes away, so we know d is equal to 23. Let's plug in 23 for this d, subtract 23 from both sides. These cancel each other out, and this side becomes 117. Scoot this over, divide both sides by 4, and we get m equals 117 over 4. So for this d, we can plug in 23, and for this m, we can plug in 117 over 4. And now we are done. This is how I got the two equations for this problem. How exciting.